Sarah Hamilton says in the past she's enjoyed using Uber, but now she says her trust in the ride-hailing service has been broken after a recent scam caught her off guard. Now she's sharing her experience to warn others.
I received a text from my car dealership that the Uber driver was on their way.
Sarah Hamilton had just had her car serviced and says as a courtesy, her dealership requested an Uber to pick her up at her home. But immediately after receiving that text message, Sarah says she got a call from the Uber driver who was supposedly on the way to pick her up.
And he asked me to confirm who I was, which I thought was strange, but I confirmed, yes, it was me, Sarah Hamilton. And then he asked for a code. You need to give me the code. I thought, well, that's strange, but maybe I need to give him a code for him to pick me up.
Caught off guard, Sarah says she checked her personal email account where there was an email from Uber with a verification code.
Had I spent some time and actually looked at the message, it said, don't share this code with anyone. Uber will never ask you for this code. My bad. I gave him the code. Didn't think anything of it. Then he pops up on my app as the driver that's going to pick me up. All of a sudden, he drops me.
Another Uber driver, Sarah says, showed up at her home and drove her to the dealership. Sarah says she didn't think too much about the incident until the next day when she received notifications from an Uber driver. That's when she discovered she couldn't get back into her Uber account.
So that's when I realized my account had been hacked.
Sarah later discovered she was charged for 2 trips in Calgary at a cost of over $300 each. She says she immediately contacted her credit card company, but says getting in touch with Uber and having the company restore her account took days. She also says she never heard whether or not changes were being made to prevent a similar incident from happening to others. Uber confirmed to Consumer Matters the incident was the result of a driver account being compromised, but did not provide further details. The company telling us in part, riders and drivers should never share personal account information such as passwords or verification codes with anyone. Uber has since refunded the unauthorized charges to Sarah's account. Still, she says she's left with more questions than answers.
I feel completely violated. I feel duped. And who do you trust now?
Sarah says she hasn't used Uber since and says she's too nervous to use the Uber app again. Still, she wanted to share her story to raise awareness about this recent scam. And just a reminder, Uber will never call or text and ask someone to give out their personal information.